The Army has ordered disciplinary proceedings against the accused personnel of the Army units involved in the 2010 alleged Machil fake encounter case. Now, a very detailed and exhaustive inquiry was conducted with the assistance of the State Police and the Judicial Department to summon witnesses and record evidence and establish culpability of the accused personnel. After detailed scrutiny of the complete incident and any wrongdoings committed by the concerned personnel, the Army has now ordered court-martial proceedings to take the legal process to a logical conclusion, highlighting the Army's resolve of ensuring justice with speed. Well, my colleague Nasir Masoodi now joining us for more on that. Nasir, there after 3 years, finally some action.
Yeah, after nearly 4 years now, it happened on 30th of April 2010 when 3 young men from this village behind me in Baramulla district, they were actually kidnapped. They were actually lured with the promise of giving them jobs in the army, taken to the line of control, near line of control in Machil sector, and then they were killed in cold blood and then branded as Pakistani militants. Even the weapons were kept with them, and that is another story. Where did that weapon come from? Those illegal weapons which army has kept. But now finally, after the legal wranglings, and the case was also in the J&K High Court, the civil court was, this case was with the civil court, because in July 2010, J&K police has charge sheeted 11 people, including Colonel D.K. Patania, who was the commanding officer of the unit, a major and other army officials in this case. But army says they are going to try them in general court martial, and after initial inquiry and the internal inquiry by the army last week finally decided to initiate proceedings under general court martial against its men, including 2 officers, including the Colonel D.K. Patania of the unit, army unit, which was responsible for this cold-blooded murder of these 3 people who were lured from this village and then taken to line of control and killed. And this is one of the most infamous cases where army has violated the human rights in Kashmir, like the incidents in Patribal. But in this case, army has actually maintained that from day one they have said they are going to take action. In fact, when this case was being heard by the civil court, the army was saying, give this case to the army and we are going to try them in general court martial. And finally, last week, army decided to try them under general court martial, and all these army officers, including the colonel and a major, are going to face court martial proceedings now. And so far our sources tell us that the family has actually deposed before the army inquiry, and they have said how their men were lured by the army's informers and 1 territorial army man, and then how they were taken to the line of control and killed in cold blood murder. In fact, it was Jammu and Kashmir police which unearthed this case by getting the call details, mobile tower details, and unearthed whole thing how these people were taken to this place, to Kalarus, and from Kalarus to the line of control in Machil and killed. That time army has in fact said they have filed a major infiltration bid by killing these 3 militants, but later on it turned out to be that these 3 innocent civilians were killed in cold blood. Bani.
All right, Nazir, as you were saying, there almost 4 years after that incident that really shook Jammu and Kashmir, there we finally seen some action. Thanks very much for joining us there from Baramulla.